Welcome to the Kentucky Abry tutorial on co-teaching partnerships. My name is Tara Beth Hall and I'm a consultant with Kentucky Abry. We encourage you to take a moment to print out the guided notes found in this module and complete them as you listen. Much has been written about the development of co-teaching team and the factors needed for success. However, none are greater than the relationship between the two adults. Without this successful partnership, students will not achieve to their full potential. So it goes without saying, if you want the success that comes with co-teaching, you and your partner must dedicate time and effort to developing and sustaining this partnership. In her book, The Co-Teacher's Playbook, author Angela Peary stresses the importance of developing a partnership and suggests that teams focus on what she calls the 4 pillars of a great co-teaching partnership: respect, communication, flexibility, and humor. In this module, we will take a closer look at each of these pillars and discuss ways you and your partner can use these recommendations to build a successful co-teaching team. Mutual respect is the foundation upon which all teachers should build their co-teaching alliance. It is best to start slow with the development of the relationship and, if possible, start getting to know each other prior to working together with students. When co-teaching is quickly implemented, teachers can feel vulnerable as they are not accustomed to having 2 adults in the room. 2 people can't work closely together if they do not respect each other and are not willing to put effort into maintaining a respectful relationship. Listen as 2 teachers talk about the early development of their partnership.
I think for me, it was the release of responsibility because my personality is I want to make sure that I know the way I would do it, and I have to release that and understand that he's a professional and what he's doing might be a little bit different, but I need to respect that.
I think she hit it best where you just have to have respect and patience and just understanding that we're all professionals. Our goal is the kids. It's not how we're going to teach. We're not trying to win awards. We're just trying to get these kids to learn and be better students. And I think that's where we've done a very good job we've been very patient with each other and respectful of how each other teaches and what we do in the classroom for the students. And I think that is the key, is just being respectful of each other and understanding.
Sometimes you will disagree with your partner, and that's okay. You're both human, and this is to be expected. It is when one member begins to feel disrespected that the team has reason for concern. One activity to build your partnership that is suggested by Angela Peary is called What Do You Bring to the Table? This example is an adaptation, however. The gist of the activity is that each member, prior to the first team meeting, identifies his or her best attributes. Each person must also identify the quality or qualities that he or she is most proud of and explain why. During the initial meeting, partners discuss their list and expand if needed. The goal of this activity is that you and your partner will quickly realize how your strengths can complement each other and how your differences could be advantageous when serving students. Peary states that developing a co-teaching team at the secondary level can be most challenging because one teacher may be more content-driven and not see the importance of strategies that a specialist can bring to the table. A co-teaching partnership is often compared to a marriage. Therapists and divorce attorneys will testify that communication problems are the number one reason marriages fail. Honest, open communication is critical for the co-teaching relationship to survive and thrive. Listen to this co-teaching team discuss the importance of professional dialogue.
And I think you have to be open and willing to, if something's not working or, something's on your mind, you need to be comfortable enough to say, hey, whatever it might be. And then have that dialogue, professional dialogue, and understand that it's not personal. We're in a professional relationship, and sometimes we have to talk through things. And I think especially that first year, it was, the growing pains of getting used to working with someone in the room. But as we kept doing it, I think it.
And if Shannon comes to me and is like, I think you need to do this different, I'm okay with that, and Shannon's the same way. If I were to tell her, what if you tried this, she's open and willing. She doesn't get upset or frustrated. She takes my advice and I take hers, and we move forward because we know it's what's best for the classroom.
Co-teaching consultant Ann Benninghoff often asks her participants to complete the following analogy. The marriage between co-teachers is like. Some common answers are, the marriage is like peanut butter and jelly, each good on their own but better together. Or it's like fine wine, it gets better with age. Occasionally, Benninghoff gets an answer like this. The marriage is a roller coaster ride, sometimes thrilling, sometimes making you sick to your stomach. A critical avenue for moving beyond the me versus you level of understanding is to focus on how do we make this work. The authors of this article stress the importance of team members coming together as soon as possible and discussing questions like these. Remember, co-teaching is like a marriage that benefits from open communication. Having honest, upfront discussions about personal do's and don'ts will help provide a good foundation for the co-teaching experience. Co-teaching teams need to embrace flexibility as a necessity for successful teaching. Teachers by nature are used to being the only adult in the room, and decisions are made unilaterally. When two teachers are occupying the same space, the willingness to involve others in decision-making is paramount. However, this takes time. Listen to how this team grew in their self-awareness of the contribution each makes to this partnership.
You know, if I'm talking on something, he'll be like, wait, no, let me add this to it too. So I think as we keep doing it year after year, we get better at it just because we kind of learn each other's teaching styles too. And then we're also very open. Like like one time I was teaching a math lesson and I'll just be honest, I was not teaching the math problem correctly. And he was like, wait, Miss Hopper. And he was like, I think you need to do this. Like having the being comfortable enough and being safe enough to do that. It's kind of, you have to have that relationship that that you understand that they're helping you to be a better teacher. And
in addition, flexibility can mean adapting a plan on the fly to fit the needs of a student in a classroom. Both professionals may need to step back, look at the situation, and realize they need to bend a little. As Tom Morgan mentioned earlier, this is not about us. It's about what's best for our students. We've included links to several websites that provide flexibility exercises, and we encourage you to explore them in the resource section of this module. If you and your partner are having difficulty with this pillar, each person needs to complete the same flexibility activity and have an open discussion with the other team member. Humor is a quality that many people look for when developing a co-teaching relationship. Being able to laugh at yourself is crucial when working together in a co-teaching setting. Laughter is a great form of stress relief. A study completed by the Mayo Clinic finds that a good sense of humor can't cure everything, but it can improve the immune system, relieve pain, make difficult situations easier, and lessen depression and anxiety. One caveat is to make sure that you and your co-teaching partner understand each other's sense of humor. Here's an adaptation of an activity found in the book, The Co-Teacher's Playbook. What It Takes to Make Co-Teaching Work for Everyone by Angela Peary. Each team member completes questions like these and then comes together with his or her partner to discuss. Remember, the key to a successful experience is communication. It is important to make sure to let your co-teaching partner know if you find a comment or a reaction offensive. Even when a teaching team embraces these pillars, there will be times of highs and lows. One way to avoid a complete team meltdown is to have protocols and norms developed in advance of any potential conflict. There is power in creating your own team norms and protocols. Some examples of norms include using our classroom and our students and making sure to address concerns with each other before going outside the team. Protocols are a set of steps that need to be followed in each situation and are usually procedural or behavioral in nature. Examples of protocols include agreeing on the steps that students will follow when turning in work. Remember, it is imperative that you and your co-teaching partner work together to establish both norms and protocols. Thank you for taking time to view this module, and be sure to explore the resources section for additional tools to assist you on your co-teaching journey.